annual Tribute to Women luncheon. Let's take a moment to welcome our amazing honorees as they join the celebration. Terry Alquist, Nancy Harrison, Bria Day, Lisa Fabri Lopez, Jessica Gordon, Jeanette Isabel, Dee Jacobs Odeo, Suzanne Caution, Megan Lally McDowell, Albania Lopez, Eva Monterello, Eva Oscar, Karina Capolano, Janice Phillips, Alethea Raybeck, Susan Riccio, Maria Santos, Michelle Black-Shea, Helen Sheehan, Diana Teal, Carla Dawn Warren, Sarah Weiser, and Antoinette Whitney. Thank you. I'm excited that you're here to celebrate with us today. My name is Vanessa Bowman. I work for Pfizer. It's a pleasure to be here with you all, and I'm happy that you've taken the time out to come to this great celebration. Today we'll hear about some amazing women and learn more about the barrier-breaking work that the YWCA Northeastern Massachusetts is doing. Now, I would like to introduce the YWCA Board Chair, Juana Navia Sequeira. Sorry, Juana.
Thank you, Vanessa. It is absolutely wonderful gathering here today to honor these 23 remarkable and accomplished women. By giving tribute to women, it reflects the YW's mission to eliminate racism, empower women, and to promote peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the nominators who brought these exceptional honorees to our attention. Nominators will do all stand to be recognized. In addition, I would like to recognize our distinguished guests with us here today. Either State Auditor Diana DiZogli or someone from her office, State Representative Barry Feingold, and Bruce Tarr. Thank you for being here. Our honorees today have shown incredible resilience, determination, and strength. They have not only overcome their own personal obstacles, but have also used their experiences to uplift and empower others. They have demonstrated the power of perseverance and the importance of never giving up. They have shown us that no matter how difficult the journey may be, with the right tools and support, anything is possible. The stories of our honorees serve as a reminder that we all have the ability to overcome challenges and achieve greatness. As we celebrate, let us remember the countless women who continue to face challenges and barriers in their own lives, such as the women and young girls that we work with at the YWCA. Let us be inspired to continue our work in empowering and supporting women so that they too can overcome their challenges and realize their fullest potential. And now let's enjoy our lunch, and we'll be back in a few minutes to begin the award ceremony. Thank you.
Oh my God. Good afternoon. Before we start, I'd like to say there's going to be plenty of time to take photos afterwards, so if you could please refrain from going up, there'll be plenty of time afterwards. Thank you. And now for our first honoree. like to introduce Terry Elmquist. She's a Medford native, mother of two, navigating a career shift after sustaining injuries in a psychiatric facility. Completing her degree in American Sign Language, she then ventured into freelance interpreting in academia. Only introduced to yoga to alleviate her chronic pain, Terry became a certified Bikram instructor in 2005, driven to share her healing practices. In 2008, she founded her studio fostering wellness and community engagement. Committed to accessibility, she champions scholarships and community classes, ensuring wellness is inclusive. Terry's journey embodies resilience, community, and the transformative power of yoga. Nancy Carace, a native of Lawrence, she has dedicated over 3 decades to Pest End Inc., where she serves as owner and employee. Nancy's leadership extends to her tenure as president of the Methuen Board of Trade in the late 90s, spanning 2 terms totaling 9 years. She is still engaged in numerous chambers and holds distinction of nearly 37 years with the Merrimack Valley Chamber. Nancy's career is built on compassion, mirrored in her 37-year marriage to Andy and her role as a proud grandmother of 5. Next we have Bria Day. She brings nearly 8 years of experience with Eastern Bank, emphasizing community engagement and personalized financial services. Bria fosters an enriching work environment, prioritizing service excellence and a work-life balance. Finding her stride with Eastern Bank in 2015, Bria is committed to customer and community support, assists individuals and businesses with home purchases, retirement planning, and banking operations. Residing in Hampton, New Hampshire with her husband and 3 children, she cherishes close ties to family in the area.
Lisa Fabrilo journey to becoming a beacon of hope for others began at 16 when she supported a friend struggling with thoughts of suicide. This experience ignited her passion for helping others discover their self-worth. As an adjunct professor at Northern Essex Community College since 2012 and now full-time faculty, she builds the next generation of human service professionals. Lisa also works as an outpatient therapist and youth crisis clinician at the Vidman Community Behavioral Health Center, embodying her commitment to healing and supporting others. Jessica Moreau-Gordon holds a master's degree in substance abuse counseling and has worked in the nonprofit field for over 13 years. She has expanded the fundraising program from grants, individuals, and community leaders, and is now on a search to locate new facilities in order to meet the expanded community. Jessica has lived in the Merrimack Valley since 2004 and has worked extensively with individuals facing addiction, incarceration, homelessness, and mental illness. She remains steadfast in her position for social justice and economic equity for all. Jeanette Isabella, a dedicated advocate for personal growth and community empowerment, has a rich history of service, from coordinating programs at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology to empowering women at the Newburyport YWCA. Jeanette has uplifted countless lives. As a hypnotist, motivational speaker, and author, Jeanette fosters self-love and positivity. Now retired, she continues her community engagement as a board member of the Newburyport Council on Aging and a commissioner of the Emma Andrews Library. Jeanette's passion for civic involvement reflects her unwavering dedication to Newburyport's well-being.
D. Jacobs O'Neill, described as a compassionate visionary, is the founder and CEO of 411 Cares, dedicated to making a tangible difference in the lives of individuals and communities. She was born in Lawrence and a resident of Haverhill for over 30 years. She is married with 2 adult children. Witnessing societal changes firsthand, Dee established 411 Cares Incorporated to provide accessible support systems and resources addressing critical needs like healthcare and food insecurities. Dee's leadership has transformed 411 Cares into a beacon of hope, leaving a lasting impact on countless lives. Suzanne Corshon, a freelance graphic designer, challenges her passion for promoting biodiversity and native plants through her work at the nonprofit organization. As a co-founder of the Andover Pollinator Pathway and an active member of Grow Native Massachusetts, Suzanne advocates for native plants, fostering awareness in her community and beyond. Suzanne finds solace in observing wildlife amidst her native plant haven, encouraging others to start small and embrace the joys of nurturing nature in their own spaces. Megan Lowley McGurl has dedicated 17 years to Enterprise Bank, initially in the audit and risk departments, before assuming diverse roles, including food team captain, pandemic plan coordinator, running team captain, and chief information security officer. Grateful for her supportive team, she thrives on collaboration and community engagement, embodying Enterprise Bank's ethos of mutual support and service. Megan is currently a board member and secretary for Lowell Day Nursery, a volunteer at Belle of the Ball, and is former board member and treasurer of the Merrimack Valley Food Bank.
Albania Lopez's journey began after college, navigating the corporate world where she felt her values were represented. Determined to make a change, she discovered her passion for crafting thoughtful gifts. This led to the birth of Peach Box Co., a venture focused on cultural diversity and youth connection. Rooted in authenticity, Peach Box Co. partners with small businesses globally, prioritizing women and multicultural-owned ventures. Celebrating its 5th anniversary, the company garners acclaim for its innovative approach, recognized as a leader in corporate gifting. Amidst the challenges of COVID, Albania's resilience propelled the business forward, offering much-needed self-care packages to connect with loved ones. Ava Montebello, distinguished figure in communications and branding, and the driving force behind Alpha E Consulting, has garnered accolades including Haverhill's 25 most influential people and the Eagle Tribune's best community worker in the Merrimack Valley. Ava's expertise spans marketing, public relations, and event management across diverse industries. Committed to client success and philanthropy, she aligns business goals with impactful initiatives. Ava has championed legislation in Massachusetts focusing on child sexual abuse prevention and veteran support. Ava balances her professional achievements with motherhood, cherishing time with her son John and beloved rescue dog Lady. Ava Moscat, born in the Dominican Republic and raised in Lawrence, Massachusetts, is a trailblazer in technology with a passion for STEM ignited by her father's mathematical pursuits. Armed with a Master's of Science in Computer Science and a Bachelor in Science in Mathematics, Ava leads global engineering teams, spearheading groundbreaking products across healthcare and consumer electronics. Committed to educational outreach, Ava actively engages with Perfecto Labs, Lawrence Community Works, and iRobot's EDU program, designing workshops, mentoring youth, and donating educational resources to underrepresented communities, ensuring a more inclusive and innovative future in STEM.
So now we're going to have a chance to visit our raffle tables and one another as we take a short 10-minute break.
I'd like to mention that the honorees today are also, aside from the certificate, are receiving a citation from Diana DeSoglio's office and Polly and Cello from the Registry of Deeds.
The next recipient is Karina Papalardo. Her journey is marked by both triumphs and setbacks, yet she embraces each day's opportunities with gratitude. Transitioning from banking to long-term care, her career path led her to the Psychological Center, where she started as HR director in 2011, eventually ascending to CEO by 2015. Her role transcends a mere job. It's a 24/7 commitment to providing essential services. Witnessing the remarkable achievements of those she serves fuels her passion for helping others. Beyond work, Karina finds joy in beach outings, exercise, and cherished family time, particularly reveling in watching her children thrive. Karina's greatest fulfillment comes from serving those in need. Janice Phillips is a dedicated community leader in North Andover. She serves on committees like the Farmers Market and the Merchants Association, amplifying often unheard voices and connecting families with vital resources. Leading external programming for the Farmers Market, she tackles food insecurity, extending aid to veterans and the wider community. On the North Andover Select Board, she crafts inclusive solutions addressing challenges like flooding. As District Director for Senator Barry Feingold, Janice offers ongoing support and resource direction. With her background in doula work, she advocates for maternal and child health care, acknowledging its crucial role in community well-being. Althea Rayback has dedicated over 2 decades to expanding educational access for young people from diverse backgrounds. Raised in upstate New York by anthropological parents, she attributes her cultural curiosity to them. Settling in Massachusetts after college, Althea joined the Youth Development Organization in 2019 as Director of Post-Secondary Pathways, enhancing college access for Lawrence Public School students. Previously, she directed pre-college programs at Tufts University and worked in higher education at both Bentley and Brandeis universities. Althea is a Williams College alumna with an MFA from the University of Michigan, passionately guides students towards academic success. She's a tireless advocate for educational equity.
Susan Riccio, residing in Methuen, Mass. With her husband Don Riccio, is a devoted advocate for elders with a career spanning 26 years in the city of Methuen. As the assistant director, she pioneered initiatives like Adopt a Grandparent program, fostering intergenerational connections with Methuen High students. Susan revived CREATE, collaborating with law enforcement for community safety. With a background as activity coordinator, she transitioned seamlessly into her current role. Susan's dedication extends to legislative efforts, working with Linda Dean Campbell to improve the SNAP program for the elderly. With 2 children, 5 grandchildren, and a great-granddaughter, Susan embodies compassion and commitment to her community. Maria Santos is driven by her deep love for family and community. With 32 years at Greater Lawrence Family Health Center, she serves as Patient Service Representative Lead, aiding patients fluently in English and Spanish. Throughout the COVID pandemic, Maria tirelessly worked at vaccination sites, ensuring as many people as possible receive their shots. Her dedication extends to volunteering at the mobile food market, distributing free fresh produce monthly to up to 600 individuals. Committed to her faith, Maria volunteers at church and cherishes moments of tranquility on walks while indulging in soothing music. Known for her empathetic nature, she consistently goes the extra mile to help others. Michelle Black-Shea, hailing from Andover, discovered her love for gymnastics early on. Competing at various levels from YWCA to collegiate, fascinated by the flying trapeze at Club Med during family vacations, she later joined the circus team in Port St. Lucie, Florida, and Hudaloco, Mexico. Despite the demanding service industry, Michelle found joy in witnessing guest transformation, transitioning to Bravo Corporation and Miller Production, dedicated 23 years, rising to lab manager for the Elastic Department. Michelle's commitment extends to community service, serving on the board of directors of the Merrimack Valley YMCA and fostering tasks. She resides in North Andover with her husband and daughter.
Helen Sheehan is originally from Hull, Massachusetts, and later relocated to Groveland in 1974, where she attended Pawtucket Regional High School. After graduation, she embarked on a journey along the East Coast, returning in 1986. As a single mother, Helen raised her son in Haverhill and Bradford until his tragic passing from an overdose in 2019. Motivated by her personal loss, Helen dedicated herself to community support and volunteerism, particularly focusing on preventing overdose deaths and aiding recovery efforts. Her unwavering commitment to helping others reflects her resilient spirit and her compassion for those in need. Her work goes beyond mere awareness. She is actively enhancing Narcan access and education, vital in saving lives. Diana Teal is the founder of Ray of Light Recovery, a nonprofit aiding those battling substance abuse. Inspired by her son's overdose death, she channels her pain into purpose. Teaming up with Lowell House, she established the Ray of Light Recovery Cafe in Haverhill, Massachusetts. Committed to making Haverhill a recovery model, she's active in the community in Concord's Men's State Prison while pursuing a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner degree. With over 8 years leading Celebrate Recovery, she mentors and advocates for women in addiction recovery, fostering transformed lives. Carla Dawn Warren, described as a kind and dedicated role model, was raised in North Andover, Massachusetts. She attended North Andover High School and Merrimack College and began her career at age 16 at the Eagle Tribune Publishing Company. In 2016, she was hired as the Assistant Town Clerk of Andover and later accepted the position of Town Clerk in North Andover, Massachusetts in 2021. Every year, Dawn organizes a mitten tree and collects donations of hats and mittens to be donated to local families in need. She also organized a little free library at the town hall for employees to share books.
Sarah Weiser, a dedicated scientist at Pfizer, focuses on understanding how medicines are used by real people and ensuring the design of new medicines withstands real-world questions. During the pandemic, she joined Pfizer's COVID vaccine team, dedicating nearly every waking hour to create a safe and accessible vaccine. Sarah pioneered solutions like portable ultra-cold shipping boxes to expand vaccines access. She trained community health leaders and collaborated with national governments to maximize vaccine distribution. Passionate about educating others, Sarah regularly engaged with classrooms worldwide to explain the vaccine development process. Her commitment to equal vaccine access and tireless efforts contributed to ending the pandemic. Antoinette Whitney, admired as a devoted mother and wife of 22 years, is the creative force behind Oveda Artisan Chocolates for over 7 years. Starting as a barista at Oveda 13 years ago, she swiftly mastered the craft of chocolates and chocolate making. Actively engaged in the Amesbury Chamber of Commerce for a decade, she currently chairs the board of directors. Recently joining Iwani's International, she honors her father's legacy and fosters community ties. Antoinette supports local nonprofits including Lucy's Love Bus and Cadence Crusaders, aiding childhood cancer causes. Her unexpected journey into chocolate making fuels her passion for creativity and community.
Thank you again, Michelle, Daniela, and also all of our honorees. I'd like to next introduce our UMass Law Chancellor, Julie Chen, who's our keynote speaker.
Thank you, Vanessa. Well, good afternoon, everyone. It is, I don't know about you, but I am completely inspired by these amazing 23, right, women honorees. So how about that? If you think about it, right, just hearing some of their stories, fundamental needs of a community, education, health, housing, food, climate change, sustainability, on and on, right? These are fundamental needs of a community. And it is a real honor to share today with you and to be able to speak just briefly about the important work that all of you do, and frankly about the important work everybody in this room does. Because this type of work, it's a day-by-day work. It's every single day, right? People in this room put the time in, put the effort in, and it's that type of effort as a community that leads to what we all desire. Equity, access, fairness, right? A good life for everybody. So thank you to, and also thank you to the YWCA. I'm a little shorter than Vanessa. Thank you to YWCA because the YWCA is making it possible for us to recognize these amazing women. And that's important. It is important for us to take time to recognize the people who contribute to our community. And it is something that we all should take time to do. Everybody gets busy, right? And it is important for many reasons. One, because as I said, this work that's done on a daily basis is what keeps the glue of a community together. But the other reason it's important to recognize people that make these contributions is you never know who else is in the room, right? The inspiration, hopefully somebody else sitting at another table going, wow, I could do something like that. I could do something like that, right? I don't need to have something anointed to me. I could be a contributor to the community in that way, and I could be a leader in the community that way. So take time. I know everybody here gets busy, but take time in small measures and large to recognize and to encourage people in your community to do the things that we all need to work on together. And I say that because I say that from my own personal experience. I stand before you today as the Chancellor of the University of Massachusetts Lowell. And I thank you. We got some folks from the university here also contributing to the cheers for these wonderful women. But I will tell you, I would not be here in front of you if it were not for others who said, when the position opened up, including the former chancellor, Jackie Maloney, who when she announced that she was going to retire, said, you know, you should apply. And I was like, no, that's not me, right? I'm happy doing my role, I'm doing these other things. And she said, no, you should apply. And other people started to say, no, you should apply, right? That's important. It is important when you see opportunities to encourage others, and you know, yourself too, to encourage others to put their hat in the ring. Because I think sometimes as women, we don't automatically go, oh yeah, I'm gonna be president, right? That's me, right? And so it's up to all of us to look and to think and to go, I know somebody who would be great for that job, and it's not because they check every single box on the to-do, on what the requirements are, right? Because that's the other thing. Ultimately, we all go into roles, well, ideally, you go into a role where you haven't done it all before. That's why you go into that role, because you learn new things and you continue to grow. And it is another thing that is important, right? As we think about who would be a good candidate for different positions and roles. You don't have to check all the boxes of having done it already, otherwise you would already be in that role. So take time, encourage your networks, encourage your colleagues about taking that step. Because it can make a difference, not only to you, and it's part of the reason that I said yes, ultimately, to putting my hat in the ring. It makes a difference for others to see you in that role. Part of the reason I said yes and put my hat in the ring is I realized what an impact it made on me to see Jackie Maloney as the first woman chancellor of UMass Lowell after over 100 years in that role. And so I realized that for me to stand before you as a woman, as an Asian, as an LGBTQ person, as a daughter of immigrants, it makes a difference. It makes a difference to our students. It makes a difference for others to see, because then the next person, they won't automatically go, oh, you know, they're good, but they don't seem like the leader type, right? It's important to say yes and to represent. And thank you for all of you who do that on a daily basis. So the last thing I will say, and I'll leave you with, is these type of events are amazing, right? Because there's a chance to talk, there's a chance to network, there's a chance to meet somebody that you haven't had a chance to meet and just start talking. This is what all the magic and the informal, hey, I didn't know you do that. Oh, I could work, we'd love to work with you on that, right? That's when the magic happens. And it also is an opportunity to find that support group. Because there are days when you go, what am I thinking of, right? How do I deal with this? And to be able to have someone you can call and say, you know, I just want to run this by you. Tell me if I'm crazy or if I'm, making too much out of this. Creating those networks and those cohorts, it's important for all of our success. So thank you, YWCA, for creating this event. I'll do a little bit of a plug on June 13th at UMass Lowell. We're also hosting a Women's Leadership Conference, another opportunity to get to know people and meet people and create your network and create your cohort. I would encourage you again, it is a time where there's a tendency, thankfully, we're getting away from Zoom everything, but these are great opportunities to energize, to create your cohort, to meet people, to exchange ideas, and to support the success of women in all walks of life. So thank you very much for being here. Congratulations.
It is my greatest pleasure to be standing up here and looking into this amazing crowd. a crowd that includes 23 women who are honored today because of the amazing work they do. Congratulations, ladies. It is a privilege for the YWCA to recognize women for their contributions and such an opportunity of empowerment. The YWCA does its mission work daily through our programming from women's services to youth services across the Merrimack Valley and beyond as needed. As I reflect on entering my 27 years with the YWCA, I realize how intertwined our programs become with the passionate staff that work with us every day. About a month ago, a director approached me and advocated for a family that needed help within our youth services department. The staff member did not know exactly what we could do, but knew the YWCA cares and would help with whatever they could. The family faced eviction and had some domestic violence history. We immediately found funding through Women's Services and were able to provide a family of 7 with immediate shelter in a hotel for several nights. The family faced difficult days and struggles due to their large size and limited shelter locations that could accommodate them. The family was eventually placed and continues to strive towards stability. The mom reached out to the director and wanted to thank us. She was so grateful for the help she received from the YWCA. It was more than what she expected and more than what others could do for her family. Although for the YWCA this seems like an everyday task of helping a family, to her, it meant the world to provide some security to her family offered by the organization. Today, I ask you to think about the work the YWCA does. We're still celebrating our 40s of tribute, so I will use the number 4. I want to share 4 programs with all of you. And I want you to think, which program do you relate with? Do you know anyone that has used our services? Did you experience anything that brings you closer to a program we offer? What makes you connect to the YWCA? What program really tugs at your heart? Let me share a possible journey of a family seeking services. A victim of domestic violence is brave enough to seek services from our domestic violence program that offers crisis intervention, advocacy, emergency safety planning, referrals to shelters, transportation, and help obtaining food and other emergency needs. The YWCA staff commits to guiding her and finding a safe place for her and her family. Do you know a victim of domestic violence? The victim has decided that she is leaving her abusive partner and needs shelter. The YWCA places her in our emergency shelter, and our staff work with the victim and their children to help them assess their options, create a safety plan, and help them find secure and affordable housing. This necessitates aiding these survivors in creating self-trust and self-confidence as they work to rebuild a future for themselves and their children without violence or abuse. This victim made a life-altering decision to live in a shelter away from the life she was accustomed to living with her children. Do you know a brave woman who made a decision to live in a shelter? Now, this victim, a woman who has been taking care of her family's needs over her own, has decided to change her life. The YWCA guides her through our women's health educational programs to take care of her so that she can take care of her family. The Women's Health Programs takes a grassroots approach to help women who lack access to health care and essential health information secure the services they and their families need to stay healthy and prevent or detect diseases such as breast and cervical cancer, cardiovascular disease, and diabetes in the earliest stages. The YWCA staff commit to educating the families and obtaining resources they lack due to their current circumstances. Do you know a woman who has breast or cervical cancer and lacks the resources? Finally, this victim has a daughter who has been uprooted from what she knows. The YWCA staff commit to finding a program that she can benefit from while she lives at the shelter and her mom is taking care of her health needs. The daughter is placed at the YWCA's gender-specific program. The major focus is to get girls actively engaged in activities that strengthen and challenge their attitudes and behaviors in positive and constructive ways. Although there are many activities or components offered, each is focused on something different, and all components are intertwined. This means that some things may be one-time activities designed to get girls involved and active in programs, and some may be more focused and participate for longer periods of time. Do you know a girl that can benefit from our gender-specific program? I am absolutely sure that in 20 or 30 years, one day, we will be celebrating the achievements of many of the girls from our programs in an event just like this. Eliminating racism and empowering women is what we do. We are not just one YWCA. We are in communities big and small all over the USA. The YWCAs turn the lights and open doors to answer the cry for justice. We provide housing to families. We help ensure women and girls have safe and bright futures. People benefit from our prevention programs, focus on sexual assault and domestic violence. We dismantle systemic racism. We know what justice looks like because every day we get up and do the work. But we don't do it alone. Our power comes from the women and girls we serve. And it comes from our bold, passionate donors and sponsors who are equally committed to the work of justice. When you support the YWCA, you amplify our ability to serve more women, girls, and people of color in our communities, and you help to fulfill our mission to change the power structures and determine the future. With your support, we will get up and do the work until injustice is rooted out, until institutions are transformed, until the world sees women, girls, and people of color the way we do. Equal, powerful, unstoppable. So YWCA friends, how will you help us today by supporting us? Please choose one of our 4 programs I covered and that you connected with. There are envelopes on your tables. We take any form of payment you're comfortable with, old school ways or the modern times. Cash, check, text, or QR codes. Thank you in advance for your generosity. Staff will be collecting envelopes in a few minutes to give you time to take out those checkbooks or card payments, etc. Thank you so much.
And now for our closing remarks, Susan Staples, our Chief Executive Officer at the YWCA.
What a day. I want to thank everyone that donated to the raffle too. The raffle baskets are amazing, all of them. So today, I just wanted to thank, I'm doing the wrap up, so every year I think I absolutely love this Tribute to Women event. How amazing is it that for 41 years, we've had the privilege of honoring women who not only inspire us, but actively remind us of the potential we all have to positively impact the lives of other people. And you all did just that today. Thank you, honorees, we're so proud. Every time I look over here, she's crying. I only said 2 sentences, but it's not just me. Thank you, honorees. We're so proud of all you've accomplished. A sincere thanks to the nominators for taking time and recommending these incredible women to us. I also want to thank our keynote speaker, Chancellor Julie Chen, for sharing such an inspiring and important message of what women can do when they set their minds to it. So thank you. We continue to be so grateful to all our generous sponsors. Senator Tucker was a longtime supporter of the YWCA and an MC of this event. Sue passed away in November, and her passing is a tremendous loss to all of us at the YWCA. She will be remembered not only as an excellent MC for her quick wit, her larger-than-life personality, but also because of her way of making everyone feel special, like they were the most important person in the world to her. In addition to her charm, she also had the most amazing YWC outfit, a persimmon skirt set that she proudly wore every year and announced, "This is my YWCA outfit." Sue, you will be missed, and we thank you for all you gave to the YWCA and for all your hard work to improve affordable housing in our communities. In closing, I want to thank the phenomenal Tribute to Women Committee who worked tirelessly to make this event happen. So thank you to all of you. I want to recognize the YWCA staff and the board of directors. Please know how much I appreciate everything you do to support this agency to fulfill our mission. And finally, thanks to all of you, our individual and community partners. We couldn't do this work without your support. This concludes the 41st Tribute to Women. Thank you all for attending and enjoy the rest of your day. Woo!